All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to talk about Canelo Alvarez and Dimitry Bivol, and Canelo Alvarez setting the groundwork to try to get over on this man, and it is a shame. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Going to talk about what happened in a surprisingly good weekend of boxing. Some very good fights took place this weekend. Probably the most significant of which was the Dimitry Bivol versus Jose Ramirez fight, which I hope would lead into an undisputed fight between Dimitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. And there was some statements made and some groundwork laid for some shystiness as it relates to one of the biggest names in boxing, and that is Canelo Alvarez. Now, before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber and supporter to the channel, you know, like Star 007, like my guy, Motorsports Sports, and all of my Terrence Crawford fans out there who are still salty that that man ducked and want to take it out on me. Can't wait to talk to you in the next live stream that we have. Also, you know, and thank you guys for your support in the super chats and in the Cash App and the super thanks that we have in this video that we have, you know, for videos like this. And also, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, hey, hit that subscribe button. What you waiting on? Anyway, let's get into this. Man, Canelo Alvarez I was a big fan of Canelo Alvarez. But throughout Canelo Alvarez's career, he has just had spots here, there, where they do something that just makes you think, wow, how many tricks are you going to try? Now, what do I mean by that? Dimitry Bivol beat Canelo Alvarez in defense of his WBA 168-pound title in his last fight. He just beat an undefeated fighter by the name of Gilberto Ramirez in defense of his WBA title. And he did it on DAZN. And in the ring for the fight, he is asked by Chris Mannix, would you be willing to move down in weight to 168 pounds to fight for the undisputed title against Canelo Alvarez in a rematch? And Dimitry Bivol looks at Chris Mannix and gives him this look like, yeah, you know, anything's possible. I'm not going to try to imitate his accent. I like Dimitry Bivol, though, too. Very, very good fighter. Says, yeah, well, you know, that's interesting, which means no, just to translate that one from English to English, from I'm going to say face English to what I mean English. No, okay, I'm not about to drop 8 pounds to go fight him in a weight drain status. Now, why wouldn't you want to do that? If anybody didn't notice, on that same card, there was a fight between Chantel, I don't remember her whole name, and Jessica McCaskill. Jessica McCaskill, even though she dropped from 147 down to the weight class below, and she looked very, very lethargic, right? Now, would she have beaten Chantel Cameron without that? I mean, at 147, maybe. Maybe not. Chantel Cameron looked like she was, you know, a more fundamentally sound fighter. She looked like she was the better fighter that day. However, cutting weight is no little thing, right? And allowing somebody who's used to walking in the ring, weighing in at 168. Now, and when you're talking about things that are up in the weight, up at that weight class, somebody's used to weighing at 175, coming into 168 to fight a guy that he already beat at 175. Seems like Canelo Alvarez is positioning himself for an advantage, right? Canelo doesn't want to go up to 175. He wants that guy to come down to meet him so they can avenge a loss that he got at 175. That to me is just playing games, okay? Now, if Dimitry Bivol had moved down to 168 of his own volition and Canelo Alvarez had not started everything by challenging that man at 175, it may be a different issue. However, in this issue, it just looks to me like they feel like they're going to need every possible advantage that they can get over Dimitry Bivol. And now they're trying to entice him by saying, well, you can be the undisputed champion at 168. Dimitry Bivol, on the other hand, has a fight with Arthur Beterbiev that he can make for undisputed at 175 pounds. So if I was Dimitry Bivol, I would say, let me fight Arthur Beterbiev first. If I can beat Arthur Beterbiev, then Canelo, you can come fight me for the undisputed title at 175 and get dusted off again. Okay? So I hope that doesn't happen. Now, having Dimitry Bivol being in the situation to fight Jose Ramirez, to block an undisputed fight at 175 pounds with an interest, with an offer like that, would be DAZN once again sticking its head in the middle of an undisputed fight and breaking it up, just like they did with Eddie Hearn and those guys did with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua when they held all of the heavyweight belts together, right? So all in all, man, Dimitry Bivol looked very, very good at 175. Canelo Alvarez is not going to be able to beat him at that weight unless they do something major to change it, like weight drain Dimitry Bivol, right? Which is exactly what they're trying to do. Put it in the most direct way possible. They are trying to weight drain Dimitry Bivol in the rematch with hopes that Canelo Alvarez will have an advantage and they can then save face with Canelo Alvarez, who lost to Dimitry Bivol and looked how can I say this? He underperformed against an aged Gennady Golovkin. And why do I want that to happen? Because of all these guys at 168. Now, before the Canelo supporters were saying, well, nobody at 168 is fighting each other. You know, they all need to do this and that, the other thing. Well, David Benavidez is about to fight Caleb Plant. So David Benavidez beats Caleb Plant. You also have a 168-pounder, David Morrell, who is looking like an absolute animal over there. So you've got those two. You've got Demetrius Andrade, who I do believe is moving up to 168 pounds. And if Canelo, and that is it at 168. There is no more Liams and Howard Eastman, and there's no Liams and Eastman Cheesemans out there for Canelo to fight. He is going to have to either blatantly fight people that just nobody wants to see, because you can't claim greatness, right? Because if he goes up there and fights Dimitry Bivol again at 175, he's going to lose. If he goes up there and tries to fight Arthur Beterbiev at 175 pounds, if Arthur Beterbiev beats Dimitry Bivol, he's not just going to lose. He's going to get hurt, okay? So, yeah, man, all is good, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the saying, God don't like ugly, man. All of this not giving guys shots and all of that, it seems like he is getting boxed in very, 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 very well at that 168-pound division. And Dimitry Bivol seems like, look, man, I'm not going for it, okay? I'm not going down to 175. I want the undisputed shot with Arthur Beterbiev, which honestly isn't it's not a huge fight in the sense that there's a lot of stuff going on, but it is a very, very, very good fight. Probably up there is one of the best fights in boxing now. However, Dimitry Bivol is going to be in a lot of trouble with Arthur Beterbiev. Arthur Beterbiev is just an animal. But anyway, it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.